GGRC.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another quick save review with me, RC, here on GGRC. Guys, today we're going to be checking out a very interesting little game. This is a 2D platformer. It's called Gunpowder on the Teeth Arcade. This is for Switch, and it's a game that I am, I guess we'll say, somewhat enjoying, I guess is the best way to put it, because there's things about it I really like. As you can see here, it's got a really unique and cool art style, but there's parts of it that I am, not feeling so hot on, and we'll get into that in just a second here. Yeah, so what this is a 2D platformer where you play as soldiers, trying to take out, enemy battalions, enemy missile launchers, trucks, all that kinds of stuff. So it actually controls really well too. It's pretty fun. Check this out.
Soldier. According to our intelligence, large concentrations of troops were found on enemy territory. Your assignment is to prepare a bridgehead for the landing of the main troops. We rely on you. Good luck, soldier.
So pretty cool graphic style, right? When I first started this, I was very pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I haven't gotten too far into this. So far, I've gotten into the, I've gotten through the first area here, which is the Far East, and I haven't started the Middle Asia area yet. But let's jump in the Far East here, just so you guys can get an idea of what you're dealing with here. It's a pretty good representation, I think, of what the game is going to give you here. So yeah, it starts out here. Your helicopter is going to drop you off into the middle of, wherever this war-torn area is, and then you gotta do your thing. So let's jump in. Also, you could see that you get to unlock other characters. Soldier, paratrooper, that kind of thing. I guess a new person unlocks with each area. So you play as this guy here. You can jump. You can run back and forth with the trigger button. You can shoot. And all of your info is in the top left. So you got your health. You got your bullets, and you can throw grenades too. Haven't had a whole lot of reason to use grenades just yet. Because most of the time, you're going to end up just sabotaging these things here. So, for example, hold A here. You can see there's a checkpoint on that thing, and that thing will explode. You want to get away from it, though, because otherwise it will take you out. And you collect these things. That will give you more health and ammunition and that kind of thing. You can reload at any point with the top left bumper. And your guy can actually do wall jumping too. So you'll see here, jump to the wall. The wall jumping is about the only thing that feels a bit strange, because if you hold right as he's jumping, you'll see he doesn't get as much arc. You got to make sure as soon as he jumps, you hit the other direction. Also, you can only jump once, so if you happen to get over here on a wall jump, you can't jump off of it again. So there's a little bit of nuance to the control that you need to learn.
Mission 2. Go.
So this is going to lead us here into the first thing that I am not the biggest fan of. So you see that the little menu up there, or rather tutorial pop-up that it gives you there for the barbed wire. What it's letting you know here is that, if you try to run through the barbed wire, it's going to kill you. So I'll show you. You run through it like that, it's going to kill you. If you get into it, and you try to jump out of it, it's going to kill you. However, if you get into it, you can actually just keep walking and you'll be alright. There we go, run through it, takes you out. So the barbed wire is something I had a big problem with because I can't see it very well. You'll see that there's all this great contrasty background going on here with the art style of the game. And, oh, that's funny, I didn't know that you could actually jump into the helicopter plates. That's very funny. But regardless, there are parts of this game where they kind of hide the barbed wire, and it makes the game kind of infuriating in a way, because really the best way to survive the barbed wire is to just completely avoid it. So you'll see here's some. I kept accidentally jumping into the barbed wire, and when I did, those tutorials that you see at the beginning there, those only show up for the beginning of that level. So I actually for a long time there couldn't put together what I was doing wrong with the barbed wire. I didn't know you could walk through it. I thought that as soon as you got caught by it, you were done, and I was getting really frustrated with this game. Oh, there we go, blow that thing up. Boom. You can see at the top right also, that represents, you know, how many things you have to destroy. You can see we've taken out one. We got to take out one truck, one more truck now. We'll do a little wall jump in here. So this part right here, I kept getting caught up in that barbed wire, and the only reason I know is because now I know to actually look for it. Previously, it was just showing up, and I didn't know what to do with it because the tutorial stuff just like went by so quickly. I wasn't sure what to do. You can see down there, if you jump down there, you're pretty much toast. And we jump to the helicopter. There we go. Don't jump at the saw blades though, right? I didn't know you could jump into the, not the saw blades, but the propellers. I didn't know you could jump into those because previously you actually have to jump into your helicopter, as you saw in that level right that we just played. You actually have to jump into your helicopter, and I never gotten killed by it before. Oh, there's a death right there. So what was irritating me about this game was the learning curve with the barbed wire and the upcoming level, which we'll play in just a second here. It took me several tries to kind of try and figure out what exactly I was doing, and what I was doing wrong, I should say. It was one of those situations where I actually had to load up the game probably a good two, three, 4 times, probably 4 times. Jeez, I keep jumping in this hole. Because I just wasn't quite getting what was going on in this next level and what I had to do, and it's because of the way the tutorials are presented. The tutorials in this game, there's some more complex gameplay elements in the game than is previously thought. Let's blow that thing up. Because you look at face value with this game, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that complex, and in the grand scheme of things, it's not super complex. But it's just more complex than I expected. You know, with the way the barbed wire works, the way this next level is going to go, which I'll show you in just a second here once we get there. Here we go. Here's a little complex area. Oop, don't get in the barbed wire. Okay, make this jump. There we go. Oh, there's a guy. Oop, we're out of. We don't die. Don't die. Reload. Oh, jeez, and we died. Luckily, these little packs that fall, they also work as checkpoints, so that is pretty helpful. So it's one of those things where I think that the game itself is pretty well made and well designed, but the way that some of the aspects of the tutorials are created could have been better, I think. They could have had like a pause menu where you go in, you could see your tutorials again. How to deal with barbed wire, how to deal with falling blocks, which is what we're going to deal with in just a second here. This is another thing I'm not the biggest fan of, is having to kind of jump through barbed wire there without actually seeing where you're going. There we go, we made it to the end. So this one's called Heavy Artillery. Now in this level, this is a level that I played, 4 different times, and by the 4th time I finally put it together. But you see this tutorial up here? It lets you know that if you jump on these blocks here, you're going to fall through. If you just run over them, you're going to be fine. However, because of how quickly this level goes, I wasn't sure where to jump and what to do. So I'll show you what I'm talking about right now.
What the hell?
So there's those fall-away blocks you see right there. See, now look, I'm caught in the barbed wire. If you get caught in the barbed wire even a little bit, because you got to have a perfect run here, you're done. So there were times where like I'd get caught in this barbed wire right here just from not making a great jump, so like that, and I'd be trying to run to get away from the heavy missiles that are launching, and there was nothing I could do. So this level was, I think, very frustrating for a first world area here. But you see right there, I cannot jump through the fall-away bricks. So that was about as far as I could get, and I tried this level probably 20 times. It just wasn't clicking. And to be quite honest, what ended up happening with me was I had to look up a video real quick to see what it was I was doing wrong, because I just wasn't seeing it, because things happen so quickly. Oh, jeez. And I'll show you what it is in just a second here. If I can actually make it over there. Alright, so you run here. You gotta jump on these solid parts. So there. That's what you gotta do to make it through. Oh, but now I'm in barbed wire. See, there's no way I can get through that barbed wire up top. So if you commit to going to the top, you're pretty much dead. So this game has one of the things I really don't like in video games is trial and error, and this game has a bit of that going on. So you really, really got to try some things out. You got to go one way to learn that you can't go that way. That's the kind of stuff I am not the biggest fan of in games. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we got to take out these missile launchers here. And that one should blow. There we go. There's our helicopter. And we got to wall jump into it. So once you know what to do, it's super easy. There's really no problem or anything. But I will say that my first time going to that level, and given me and my wife, we just had a baby. Maybe my brain wasn't functioning. Maybe I just wasn't seeing it. I don't know what it was, but it just was not making sense to me at all. And I was getting very frustrated. I'm not sure what it was. You guys know how it is where, like, you have a friend, you know, I'll pause here real quick, but you know how it is where you have a friend who's playing a game at the same time you are, and they're just like, how are you not why don't you like it? What's not clicking with this game or whatever? That's the experience I was having with this game, where it seemed like, I looked up a couple of videos of this game, and other people were just like understanding what the hell was going on, and I just was not. So this level's actually pretty fun. I played through it once already. I love that you don't have to worry about the barbed wire for once, but you get to just like cruise around in a tank and shoot at dudes, which is pretty fun. And you can just run dudes over too, which is always good. So they give you a little bit of a break here from a lot of the platforming and that kind of thing. Run them over. There we go. You also notice in the bottom middle that there is a timer. So you do get timed going through levels. Something to keep in mind. There we go. Blow that guy up. Blowing him up. Oh, I think he blew up my tank. So now we gotta start over.
Mission 4. Go!
We're at the point.
I guess not. I guess we don't have to. Okay. So here we are. We are in the. I have not played through any of these levels here, but you can see see how this barbed wire right by the trees here, how it shines, but against the background, it like just doesn't stick out. So I like that this game has sort of a Game Boy aesthetic to it. It looks like an old Game Boy game, but I don't like that you can't see things like the barbed wire. You know, I wish it was just a bit more obvious. Because that thing has just been a sticking point for me since I started playing this game. Let's see if I can actually make this jump here. But other than that, though, I really like I'm not going to say the aesthetic of this game. I like that they went for this aesthetic, but I just feel like it doesn't work at times because it's just so hard to see things, you know? Like right there's barbed wire in the corner right here in front of my character, but you wouldn't notice it unless you were really looking for it. Just kind of bothers me a little bit. All right, so you're going to see right below me that there's spinning dog tags. The game normally has dog tags for you to collect. The more dog tags you collect, I guess the more characters you can unlock. That's not exactly spelled out for you, but that is the case, or seems to be the case. All right, we got to try to jump over to solid ground. Ugh. Okay, there's not really an easy way to make this jump. I guess we could just try to walk real slow through the barbed wire. But I don't know where that's going to take us. Yeah, we're going to have to eventually jump out of it, so I think we're going to die no matter what at this part. Oh, maybe not. Ah, I jumped there. Yeah, because see, what we got to do is we got to jump here, then we got to jump. Yeah, see, I just cannot quite make it to that solid platform piece there. I keep falling into the barbed wire. So yeah, I like that, they went for this aesthetic, but I just feel like it doesn't really work in this case. Like, characters I feel like are kind of too small, hard to see. Color contrast kind of sucks because of that. Barbed wire is hard to see. Sometimes the enemy characters are hard to see, and I just feel like it doesn't work. Okay, we kill him, we'll walk through this. Alright, so I guess that's one way to get through that. Probably not the best way, but a way. Oh, man, reload. Jeez, I'm almost dead.
Go ahead.
But yeah, due to that though, I mean, there is quite a bit of challenge in this game. I wasn't expecting it from, you know, just kind of a small platformer. Don't get caught on the barbed wire. There we go. Got the save right beforehand.
Go ahead.
Blow up some dudes. Reload. So this is where I need to start using my grenades. There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez. It took me out. Wait a minute. I thought that was my my save point. Or my checkpoint, rather. God, so I gotta run through all that again. So I guess the checkpoints are actually random. I thought that they were marked by those areas where you get a refill of your ammo and stuff, but I guess that's not the case. I guess the checkpoints are just kind of like, yeah, this is a checkpoint. Wow, that's weird.
Movement ahead.
Ugh.
Go, go, go.
Trying to time that jump correctly. Jeez, these guys do not have good jumping abilities, and I gotta keep walking through this barbed wire. This really sucks. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really torn on this game because I feel like there's parts of it where the gameplay just works really well. Is there a reason why you're not shooting?
We're at the point.
My guy was not responding to my controls there for a second. Huh. But yeah, like I was saying, there's parts of this game I really like. I like that they went for this aesthetic, but I don't think it works very well with this game. I love all of the different options to, you know, for playing with these characters, like all of the different abilities you have and that kind of stuff. But again, at times, it just feels like there's like, I don't know how to put it. Like it's almost like the abilities are fun to use, but you're too busy like trying to get through barbed wire and stuff like that to actually enjoy them. At least so far in this game. There we go. Run that.
Movement ahead.
There we go. Let's reload before we continue. Yeah, I don't know why they would put enemies like right by a. I don't know why they put enemies right by a point there where, you know, they refill your ammo and health and everything like that. It's like if you have, you know, split health, like nothing left, and then they're like, yeah, here, try to get through all these enemies. Like that is not very fair. Wow, look how many enemies they sent at us. Jeez, man. The other thing too is I don't know if it's just me. I normally really like 2D platformers and the like, especially when they include like unique abilities and that kind of thing. But this game just seems really hard at times, and you know, maybe it's me. Maybe my talent-wise, my talent is just not there anymore when it comes to games. But I'm having such a hard time with this part, and I had such a hard time with that running level as well. Like, I don't know. I can't. I wish I could honestly tell you what it is, because I don't know. See, look, there's an enemy there shooting at me. I don't even see him because all of the stuff around him is just covering him up. So I guess, I don't know, consider that challenge. I consider it to be kind of cheap, to be quite honest.
Enemy.
Alright. So a level that's supposed to take you 2 to 3 minutes. It's probably going to take you like 15, 20 minutes. Oh my god. And see that because I tried to jump over the barbed wire and it just happened to catch my foot. Now I'm dead again. So yeah, guys, I don't know. For me, this game, it's more frustrating than fun. I feel like a lot of the stuff is more a hindrance than like a fun thing to try to deal with.
Enemies at 12.
It's less Contra and more tactical, I guess. Maybe I'm expecting more of a Contra type of feel, like a running gun type of thing. Maybe that's on me for expecting that. I don't know, but... Or maybe I'm just not approaching this correctly. Like maybe I need to blow that thing up like immediately. instead of like letting it linger like that. There we go, like that.
Go ahead.
All right, we got more of these. Oop. Okay, we gotta jump on the solids, so remember that. Let's try not to die here. Where am I supposed to? Okay, so this is where I was getting confused before, where they put a little platform up there on the right. That's where I think I'd have to jump, but I gotta run, then jump here.
Come back to base. We're at the point.
Oh my god, are you serious? I jumped into the helicopter blades, and I just died after making it to the end. Why? Why do they put so many perils in every situation? Like, you have to make sure you jump into the helicopter perfectly. You have to make sure you don't even touch the barbed wire. You know, if it even nicks you, you're done on a jump. It's just like, why are there... You got to make sure that your jumps right here are perfect to, like, get onto these solid... I haven't made that solid platform even once every time I've tried. Would it have killed them to put... you know, one more block of solid platform there so I could actually make the jump instead of them making it so frustrating? Ugh, yeah. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm gonna kind of end it there because this is... I don't know. The first 3 missions of this game I was having a lot of fun with, and I feel like it's probably not a good representation of what the game actually is, because as you go further, it just keeps getting more challenging. I cannot believe that I was at the end of this mission. I finally finished it, and I was like, oh no, you jumped into your helicopter blades. What? Ugh, I don't know, guys. I'm very torn on this game. I'm very 50-50. Some guys out there, some of you gamers out there, you might have more of a luck than I am with this. Possibly, I really don't know, but I don't know. I don't think that this is what I'm going to play too much more of because I'm just having more of a frustrating time than a fun time with it, personally. But yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next quick save review. See you then.